Welcome back to the Create mod, everyone. Today we are looking at two easy to build tree farms. One of which is very expandable. This thing you can make basically as big as you want, and this is a fairly standard one, which you can build very quickly actually. Materials aren't too hard to get, it's just annoying making the deployers that you need. But obviously the one that you expand, depending on how big you make it, will give you well, maybe more trees, but you use more resources to actually build it as well, and slightly a little bit more complicated to build. And I won't say complicated, but it is a bit more difficult compared to this one. So if we look here, we've got a mechanical bearing, which you can see is connected up over there, and you can switch this on and off like you need to. Switch it on again, and just make sure that when you switch this on, that it's obviously going in the right direction. And you can see down, whoops, tree, leave me alone, tree grabbed me. You see here the mechanical saw down there is spinning in that direction. It's got to go forward in order to obviously cut down your trees. And the cool thing about the Create mod is when you use things like this, it automatically collects the resources. And you can see there's let's just quickly get rid of a couple of these here. There we go, the chest on top. So that thing connects it to there and stores whatever it cuts down into that. And then we've got the items that drop into this little thing over here, which goes into a vault or storage, whichever. And then obviously you just need to connect your power source, whatever power source you use, onto your belt or your machine, whatever you want to do. And depending obviously on the, let's quickly get rid of that. Depending on the tree that you use, you could extend this. You can make this go out by one more little block over there. Usually what I prefer to do is, in a case like this, I leave this gap around the bearing, because you can obviously reach the bearing to switch it on and off, and it makes it easier. So I would suggest actually doing that. You can extend this arm thing out, make this whole area, you can extend this out if you want, make it a little bit bigger, but depending on your resources you have, your requirements and all that. But this is a suitable size, and if you're AFK a while or whatever the case may be, especially if you've got a whole bunch of this, you can build one like this for each kind of tree. The only thing that you will do different is add that like that. Now with the double trees like spruce or jungle and oak, you need to have this a little bit differently. So you would actually take out this middle block and then only have that, have in pairs, these double pairs like this, suit around, so you've got double trees that can grow. Now this one, what makes it very fascinating, okay, let's quickly switch that off. Okay, so that's going to unload into there. So the same as that, you've got the same type of unloading system, except you've got more blades and more deployers, and this basically builds it in a square shape. Now the cool thing about this is I can make this big. I can have 50 of these on here all the way down like this. Now you can extend this row, this whole square, make it huge, whole area here if you want, if you've got the resources to build it. It does add a little bit more lag because of the amount of trees and the items and things, but if that's the only thing running in the area, then you'll be fine with that. And it's a little bit more difficult to build because you're working with the rail system and things here. So if I switch that on, that's going to go off, and it will just keep on going back and forth. And you can see the deployers will plant the trees in there, in between there. And one thing to remember is when you start this, get all the saplings you can get and allocate it into these deployers. There's these filter systems on there. Otherwise, if you don't do that, anything that gets picked up in there, it's just going to get put down again like those logs. So I might have not enough saplings in left over. But your saplings that you get out of this, you can always put back into this machine. Just to make it a little bit easier. Okay, so let's build this, shall we? Okay, we can start with one slice of this. So let's do right over here. So let's quickly add a little area, depending on how you build this or where you build it. Okay, we can switch that off. Let's switch that off there. That's fine. We don't need to keep this running. Okay, that's all unloaded. Yes, it is. Okay, there we go. Now, very simple. Okay, first we want, let's grab a block there. You want to start with your little rail system. And as you can see, that needs to be down slightly below the ground. It just makes it easier to build with. So if we do that, we're going to add a block there. You can take this out. Okay, and a block there. That's where we want it to end. Okay. Take that out. Now you can make it nicer and obviously decorate more of the blocks or everything you're using. It's up to you. So you can do that like that. We add a normal rail there. And then just add some power rails. We need a lever to power that. And you can put a lever there to power that. Right, as you can see there. Now, let's make it a little bit easier. The more you got of this you got, actually the easier it is to build. Let's get rid of the rails. We're going to need the stair. We're going to need that over there. Now here you need to skip one block. As you can see over there. Well, not skip it, but your trees actually aren't going to grow there. This shouldn't actually be this. That should actually just be a open block over there. Okay, so we're going to add that there, one there. You're going to put a connection on that, and then you can add your little vault area on that. Okay, and we need, need that and that. Okay, now if you're not aware with this portable storage, you need at least a block gap in between it so that it will connect to each other. And you just build it on as you see over here. Exactly as it is there, the funnel into your little storage area there. Okay. And your deployers. Now, obviously you're going to deploy over there. So, like, not a mistake I did on that one. You add your deployer on and make sure that you have access to that there. So, what you're going to do, let's quickly split this up. So, let's say we put in a batch over there and a batch over there. So, that will filter trees only to go into that. Okay, so now everything is connected, except that we need our, and I actually put this one block too far back. Yes, I did. Okay, hold on, let me just quickly move that. That there. I need change that around. There we go. One block too far. Okay. Now this is a mechanical thing that's going to be moving. So we have to activate this with that and get yourself a Minecraft furnace. You stick that in there. And remember, one important thing also with these is to lock this rotation so it doesn't go in, make a 360 and make you all dizzy. Okay, so now that's all in there. But we need to glue this all together to make it one solid contraption. So what we're going to do here, glue from there down to there. We need to glue this onto that. We need to glue that onto this. And remember, if you can see, they don't glue it like this, because then you're going to have that, where that glue's sticking out there, stick on your trees or not. So that goes onto that. Must be a straight line. Okay, that you're going to connect onto that block. We need to glue this onto that. And then this we can glue up. And then you have to glue the whole entire vault together as well. So you can see there where it's all glued up. So everything is connected to each other. Now, as I said, you can extend this. You can add on more of your blades over there, add your deployers on, make this thing huge. The bigger it is, the more it's gonna give you. Okay, now we need to activate. Oops, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Did it glue it now? No, I didn't. Okay. I sometimes forget this glue just works by itself. Okay, that's powered on. Okay, and where's my coal? Let's get rid of some blocks. This should be there, and then uh-oh, what did I miss? Boom. Oh, the rail. I keep forgetting the rail does that. Okay, we need to get under there. There we go. So if that happens, you just gotta, if you switch that off, that falls down. You just need to click under that little cart there, and then it will go. Make sure that your Minecraft furnace gets enough fuel. Charcoal is usually the best thing to use. And all we need to do, obviously before you actually start this, is plant your trees. But now you're probably going to ask me, but now why have you got blades on both sides? Now technically this machine goes back and forth, so it will be more efficient. You can only use one set of blades. You can have either this one or that one, whichever way you want it. Then it'll cut on one way, but if you've got blades on both sides like this, it'll go forward, cut, and coming back. So anything that grows at any stage will get chopped down and it will collect everything. So now that will just keep on going till you switch it off or it runs out of fuel or whatever the case may be. That'll just stay like that all the time. Okay. So that's the not too easy one, but fairly easy enough. You can see this is all growing there, as we can let that go, and you'll see that it'll just start chopping down all those trees, plant new saplings. I made a huge one like this in my season 2 world, and it worked pretty good. Now this is a fairly simple one. Let's quickly come now. Now why aren't you going? Ah, got the power. Silly me. Need the power on there. There we go. Oops, wrong direction. Change that around. Slow it down a little bit. Okay, let's get rid of some of this here. This one is very, very simple to build. And one thing you need to remember, any time that you want to work on these machines, if you want to change it or fix something, you need to remember to switch it off first. You're not going to be able to change or do anything if the machine is still busy running. Okay, so I'm going to quickly take this out. Okay, because we don't need that. Let's put this dirt back in here. Now which way did I have this? Okay, there we go. 3, 3, 3. That's all correct, yes. Now this is a very easy thing to do. Oh man. Oh, I hate it when it does that. Okay, let's... Oh my gosh. The only thing in this game, you can't have anything in your hand when you want to switch things on and off. Okay. Very simple to build. Okay, so you can see this block. You're basically just going to build out like this. Now, depending obviously on how big it is. So if you look at that shape there, 2 blocks gap there. Okay, take that out. And you build it like so. That's your shape. And then you just add everything on. So you put your saws in as you need it over there. Okay. You stick your deployers on there. And you add your tree filters so that it only plants the trees. So as you can see, the direction this flows, it's going to go around and only plant trees on the blocks that's open. So it'll skip whatever's here and only plant there. Okay, you add on your storage interface over there. As is, put your chest on top. You've got your mechanical bearing over there, at the bottom. And obviously connected to your power. And then you can see you glue it together exactly like we did on that side. You glue everything together. So you have to glue that onto that. So this is your main structure. This whole thing going around there. So you need to glue this onto there. Your chest, your blades onto that. Okay, and you see that you don't glue that onto this. There's a difference. Because that's already got glue onto it. So automatically it'll stick onto that. Glue your deployers on. And remember to go, this is all about direction with this one. So your deployers will basically be at the back. And your mechanical saws will be in the front. Because this is direction. Unless you want your machine going that way. Because you can obviously rotate it whichever direction you want this to go. That's up to you. Clockwise or anti-clockwise. And just make sure you glue everything together. As you can see there. Once that's all glued on. You just switch it on. And make sure you plant your saplings to start off with. So you just do this beforehand. Okay, so before you switch it on, put as much saplings in here as you can. At least to fill this area up, like maybe a stack or 2, whatever. Then that will plant it down, and then as soon as the trees start growing, that will automatically connect to your storage, and that's it. And you're all sorted. That's how easy it is. So the best thing is to take a screenshot of this. And you can see the way it looks. And just remember to glue everything together. And the same with this one. And then you're ready to go with the tree farm. And so as I said as well, the only hard part to start off with really is making these deployers. That you gotta get going in the beginning. Just get gathering up the right materials. Because the deployer, they are actually very annoying to do. I mean, deployer. Where are you? There we go. So as you can see, electron tube. So you need quartz. Okay, the casing's easy to make. and you got this brass hand here. Now this is just brass. Now brass you can get from mining. Andesite or alloy is basically just getting andesite and things collected. So there's your normal mining materials. The only thing you got here is iron sheet, so that's collecting iron. Your quartz, you need to make sandpaper, which you need to do that. But you need to make this, you need quartz. So unless you got a farm going with making quartz already, or you just go to the nether and you collect it, and it's just some redstone, which also sometimes you can craft, or you just go mining for it. So mostly everything that you need is things that you mine for. It's just the crafting of it. As you can see, here's a little recipe over here. The crafting thing, then you got your brass, your copper, all your normal mining materials that you need for that. Okay, well that's basically it. Just a quick little tutorial. Any questions, comments? As usual, let me know down below, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Cheers.